Hello everyone. So today we're going to take a look at the Antivaxx tag on TikTok and just kind of see what that gets us. Um, I have no idea how much we're going to look through, what I'm going to show you, because some of these seem like they're anti-vaxxers, and they just use the Antivaxx tag. So I don't know. It is worth noting that TikTok, at the very least, posts links to the World Health Organization and how to find your local public health agency. So that's something. But let's see what we get with like anti-vaxxers.
Never really
Okay, so they're they're a bit cringy. But honestly, I swear to God, not getting your kids vaccines when they go to when if they're like in a public school, it's a fucking breeding ground. I've been masking for since about mid-October because I don't want to get sick. And especially kinder and first grade haven't quite learned how to cough into their elbow yet. First grade tends to cough into their hand, and so we're having to like reteach them to cough into their elbow. And then kindergarten doesn't cover anything. They just cough. They like turn their head up and cough out. And apparently, one kid when I was subbing last year actually told me that his mother told him to cough up, not cover it at all. I don't know what the fuck goes on when some people. It's the thing that drives me absolutely bonkers. I'm nice to the kids about it when I correct them, but I judge the hell out of parents, especially the parents that tell their kids to cough up. What the fuck is the matter with you? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on, but I mean, it's just this was cringy. I've noticed that TikTok is kind of full of cringe.
Still hasn't been vaccinated. Me.
what you gonna do about it?
I feel like this is a trap. I feel like if I go for it, if I grab at it, something's going to fall on my head. But you know what you did wrong here. I think everyone else knows. I'm not going to say it because I truly am better than that. There's no way that anyone is going to catch me mentioning anything about anyone's eyebrows, because then that would be wrong. And I'm here to spread positivity. I'm not here to talk about anyone's eyebrows. It's ridiculous. And I'm not even going to go there. I'm not. So shame on you for thinking that I'd fall for it. Shame. Oh, and get vaccinated, by the way.
Okay, I probably didn't have to show the whole other part with Nurse Naya. Yeah, not sure, but yeah, the woman's eyebrows or something. But I actually want to comment more on the like, yes, who's still not vaccinated. It's like, what are you gonna do about it? And I don't know why, but it reminds me of the fat acceptance. Like, I'm fat and I'm 100% promoting obesity and there's nothing you can do about it. I don't know why it gives me the same fucking vibes. I just, personally, like, I'm vaccinated against COVID, but this, what are you going to do about it? You're the one that's going to face the consequences. After I had gotten my vaccine, I did end up getting COVID last winter. That sucked. That sucked pretty bad, but I think because I had the vaccine, it was pretty like it sucked. It was really sucked really bad. And I've never felt quite that sick in my life. But I mean, COVID's just a unique feeling of sick. But I didn't have to go to the hospital, So it's like, I don't get the people that are like, yeah, I'm not doing what you want me to do. So what are you gonna do? What are you guys fucking teenagers? Seriously, you're grown ass adults. Can we grow the fuck up a little bit?
My name is Hannah and I'm a proud PICURN. I have noticed firsthand the segregation amongst the vaxxed and unvaxxed. The hospital institution that I have so proudly referred to as my home away from home is now being seen as a place where diversity and inclusion are a thought of the past. I'm urging you to reconsider your stance on not only protecting your patients, but to protect your staff and their interest.
Hannah, pick you nurse from North Carolina. You are not oppressed. You work with kids and you are still thinking about yourself only because you're pleading to continue to work with the kids unvaccinated. You shouldn't be mentioning segregation ever. You don't know what that is and you probably never will. You're concerned about diversity? Because I looked at your follow list and it was like, where's Waldo with people of color like, cut the crap.
I mean, I second everything that she said. Oh, this is Nurse Naya again. I second everything that she said. The thing that I'm sorry, I'm going to tie this back to fat acceptance a few times, but this, talking about the segregation of vax and anti-vax and how she's oppressed and stuff, again, kind of gives feelings of fat acceptance because much like not choosing to not get vaccinated is a choice. It's a choice you're making. It's a choice that while I heavily disagree with it, especially in terms of the COVID vaccine, and I heavily disagree with it, and there's some people that are going to disagree with me about being like, fine, you want to do that, what the fuck ever, because of herd immunity and not protecting those that are vulnerable, and I understand that. I personally would have an issue with mandatory vaccines just as like a citizen, but if the hospital chooses to say you must be vaccinated to work in their hospital, that is for the protection of the patients. That is a choice that they made with science behind them. It's not segregation, it's not oppression against you. You made your choice, and this is the consequence of your choice. This is the consequence of your choices. And it just kind of reminds me also of like how the fat acceptance people will talk about how the world is inaccessible to fat people, talking about like airline seats and restaurant chairs and that sort of thing. And it's like, you've made your choice. You made a choice. You've made with fat acceptance, it's a little less one. It's not quite 1-to-1 because getting a vaccine is a single time kind of decision, where being fat is an accumulation of multiple decisions you've made over a decent span of time. So it's not quite 1-to-1, but again, I just can't help but see parallels there, you know?
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Still hasn't been vaccinated. Me.
That's some bullshit.
Put down 8 fingers if you're not getting the vaccine.
I am on my way to go ruin someone's day. Let's go make them cry.
La 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 la. Shh.
She's making TikToks at work and expressing her personal political views while she's representing the company, which is a fireable offense. I wonder if the place that she works at knows that they basically pay her to make TikToks. I could not find what hospital system is associated with that logo. Facebook page. And her Instagram, which is private, so you gotta wonder what the hell she's actually doing on there. I try to get a close-up of the badge. That's the best that I can do. If this is familiar to anyone, please let me know. If I was a patient going to that hospital, wherever she is, medical center, I would be horrified if she came to me with a needle.
I'm not black.
So, like, her issue, just from reading, like, uncapping the needles without use, that's a clear OSHA CLSI violation. Oh, she's a traveling phlebotomist. It seems like she can probably fly under the radar. It is a bit concerning, and it always shocks me when, like, you're a healthcare professional. How can you behave this way? She likes to show, so it seems like a lot of it's responding to these, maybe you shouldn't work in healthcare, ew, I hope you never take care of me, hope your job is given to someone more educated, good luck in the unemployment line. And I think she's showing, like, all the things that she's doing at work. It's just, it's like, you realize that you're digging your own grave, right? Probably not. But it's like your TikToks have now been enshrined on it. her choice to film at work and do these things that a healthcare professional should not be doing has now been enshrined on Nurse Naya's page. And it's like, they'll find it. Someone will find it, and then you will be blacklisted, dear. I don't understand people that feel the need to air out their choices everywhere. I've mentioned it before, and it's for me, it's not really a big deal, but it's like the best thing that I have to give you guys. I grew up pagan. Right? I grew up pagan. I consider myself an atheist now. But I still sometimes will do pagan rituals as the year because I enjoy them. But like, I don't feel the need to go around and parade that part of my existence. It's just not a big deal. You know, there are people that like will take that. Actually seems like it's a stab at religion. I didn't mean for it to be. It's just, you make certain choices and you air them out for all the world to see and to hear, and you're like, you have no fucks to give, and it's like, why do you give a shit what strangers online think? Like, you're just telling on yourself. You're putting your job in jeopardy. For what? And I guess I'm glad that she did, because she's clearly doing some shit that is not appropriate for a healthcare professional, and that she shouldn't be doing, like the uncapping needles without use. Like, but at the same time, I'm just, what are you doing? Like, does she actually say anything, or is it just, oh no, it's some mocking her. So, I have to decide within days if I get a vaccine I don't want, or give up being a nurse after 17 years. And like, the whole sad music, it's like, come on, seriously? I don't understand. You signed up for a healthcare position. What made you think that you could get away with like not staying up to date on a certain number of vaccines? You know, what made you like, you got into this? This isn't corporate desk job where maybe that's not a requirement typically, and so you're upset or whatever. Which I would still support the company's mandate for that, but you're working in healthcare. I don't like, it's the victim, I can't. I don't really have much more to say. This is probably going to be a very short video. Antivaxx seems to have more mocking on it than, because most of these are clips that other people have gotten and responded to. And if I keep going, I'm just going to end up stealing a bunch of Nurse Naya's content, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to leave it there. It's going to be an extremely short video for today. Sorry about that. But there isn't really much to cover for Antivaxx. It seems like TikTok is doing its part to censor some of it. If anyone knows like a rabbit hole or something I could go to, I'd be willing to revisit Antivaxxers, because I'd like to read, maybe there's a subreddit or something for it, mocking them, kind of like Fat Logic. I would like to read them, and I would like to see what they're kind of passing back and forth to each other, because most of what I've gotten is a fuck you attitude and victim complexes. Kind of like the fat acceptance. That's pretty much what I've gotten. I'm not sure how long this video will be, because I've been watching several and choosing not to respond to some, so this may very well be like a 10-minute video, but I'm very, like, does anyone know where I could find actual, like, posts from actual anti-vaxxers and their whole, because it morphs and it moves and it changes, and it's like its own virus that they have new theories all the time, and I would like to read the theories because I want to see what they have to say, not really because I want to laugh. I like seeing what people come up with when they don't have a creative outlet. Because that's primarily what this is. When people don't have like a creative outlet, they come up with their own narratives for the world. And when they have their own narratives for the world, they often, in order to make the world more interesting, whether they realize this or not, will come up with a big boogeyman. And that becomes their crusade. So I'd be very interested in seeing what anti-vaxxers actually have to say and their theories and shit like that. But right now, mostly what I'm getting is reactions, and I kind of feel bad stealing the clips without also posting the reactions and showing their channels and that sort of thing. So I'm like, I don't want to keep, especially Nurse Naya, because she's fucking awesome. So I'm going to just kind of leave it here. And I'm sorry, this probably wasn't a terribly interesting video, but someone did mention anti-vax when I was talking about covering other communities, and this is what I found on this one through TikTok. So I'm not sure if there's better places to find anti-vax content, and if you know of one, there I can just kind of look at it and laugh. I would love to explore anti-vax again, but for now, this is what we have. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.